Welcome to TMS Insights. It's July 2018, a new financial year. The first week of the financial year started really well and follows a good financial year that just ended, Ben. So we're full of hope, as we always are at a new beginning. But there are certainly some issues, challenges that we want to talk about of a macro nature and have a little bit of a look forward to the August reporting season as well. Ben, just a little one about the year ended. It was a good year for the market.
Yep.
Growth stocks sort of dominated.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it was a year to be in growth stocks this year. We know that won't last forever. At some stage, that money will cycle back into the value area of the market, which to me feels way underloved and has for some time. But at the moment, everyone's chasing, for various reasons, chasing those sort of stocks. Weird year, Jeremy, because we had, the banks were obviously pretty awful during the year. Telstra was pretty average. And then we had some of the other blue chips had a really good year.
Yeah.
Macquarie, CSL, etc.
And just one sector and a couple of big stocks that did well at the end of the financial year. Woolworths cracked through $30.
Yeah.
And Wesfarmers almost got to 50. It was quite a big
Amazing.
run. And just to linger on that Wesfarmers a moment, basically the announcement of the potential demerger of Coles was a catalyst for a real re-rating.
Yeah, and also I think pulling the plug on the UK Bunnings.
Yeah.
I think the combination of those two things saw it. So, Wesfarmers has been a stock that has created a lot of wealth over the years. It's been a brilliant business to hold through cycles, but you'd have to say in the last sort of cycle, probably not as well managed as it could have been. And I think there's a pretty proactive CEO in there now, trying to address the issues, trying to create value for shareholders, and the market seems to be coming back to it.
Yeah, no, good to see Rob Scott proactive, as you said, and making a move, really underlying a bad decade for the company and a much better decade probably in front. That's certainly what the market thinks. Ben, just some recent news today. We saw the ACCC release news about a finding and a report they've put together about the energy market in Australia. And I might comment straight away to viewers that this is brand new. We've only just read this in the last hour. And so we're not entirely across it, but it's got consequences we will need to talk about in days and weeks ahead. But quite simply, the ACCC has said the energy market needs to be shaken up. The consumers are paying too much. The generators and retailers are responsible for that. And that politically, the Prime Minister, Josh Frydenberg, the Energy Minister, have mentioned they are quite interested in tackling this quite soon.
Yeah, it's quite amazing. I mean, I think one of the quotes from the ACCC report was that the energy market is broken, which is pretty extreme. And, so it's interesting, Jeremy. I think, the immediate reaction from both sides of Parliament have been, it sort of reminds me of the banks, these guys are in the crosshairs, politically very popular. We're coming into an election. And there's even been some Liberal backbenchers calling for a Royal Commission into the energy market. So, it's loose on fact
at this stage, but it's an opportunity politically for the right party, and the government has obviously got the first crack at this.
Yeah.
If they don't solve it, they might not be re-elected.
Yeah.
It's a big vote winner, we know that. But the quote that resonates is that ACCC, who has actually got some sort of a plan for fixing as well as highlighting the problem, said that retail customers could be paying 20 to 25% less, which is a big saving, over $400 per customer per year under their plan. So we'll have to watch this space, but it's going to have big consequences for the market.
Yep.
And it's part of, I guess, microeconomic policy of upturning various elements where there's poor structuring.
Yeah, look, I guess, you always look at the glass half full from my point of view as well. A lot of ASX-listed businesses have been suffering from energy price rises. Yeah. So anything we can do to find ways to take costs out of businesses where, there's been a lot of cost pressures on a lot of businesses in recent years will be a good thing for a lot of companies on the market outside of maybe those specific retailers.
Yeah. Looking a bit forward, Ben, July tends to be a quieter period. There's school holidays and things of this kind, so aren't a lot of participants around often. But August, and particularly from around 9th of August, reporting season starts off. It's looking pretty good. I mean, the expectations are for a good reporting season.
Yeah, I think we have seen very few earnings downgrades, knock on wood, up until this point. So it would seem that a lot of companies are comfortable with expectations. I would say in parts of the market, share prices are reflecting, upgrades to come or positive news. And so we'll have to see. I think it's going to be another period of quite significant volatility in August. Once REA is probably the first company for us that kicks off earnings season. The other thing that's happening, Jeremy, is the US reporting season.
Which I was about to say, Friday night starts, and we do know expectations are even higher there.
Yeah.
Across the board, they're expecting earnings per share growth of 20%.
20%.
And it's a big number for the average company. So, again, we'll know this by the weekend, exactly how it started, because some of the big names report on Friday night.
Yeah. Yeah, but it just, again, highlights to me that, the US market, which really hasn't had a great year to date, the ASX has significantly outperformed the US for a change this year. And the US has just gone into a wide range of consolidation. The underlying fundamentals are sensational, and I still think that, talk of the end of this bull market, which we know is in its final stages, maybe final years when I say stages, it's still looking pretty good fundamentally. And the fact that prices have really sort of gone sideways for a while mean that market's actually getting cheaper in the recent times.
No, it's good. So plenty has been going on there. A lot offshore, a couple of major developments locally. But otherwise, our next report back to you, our clients and our viewers on TMS Insights, will be the first of two during reporting season. So we look forward to bringing you that. Again, if any questions come up, please get in touch with any of the team here.